woodworking shop. So when you walk in, here is my workbench, and in this cabinet I keep my hand planes. But if you want some more hand planes, I have them in another place. So here I have some chisels, files and stuff. Here are some more chisels and screwdrivers. There's some sandpaper. Over here I started storing some scraps. This is my nail gun and sander. I have it in this system where when I unhook this, the sander is easily accessible. Here I have drawers for some bolts and stuff. So over here I keep my scrap wood and my bench top. I put it here because it practically doesn't take up any space and it's out of the way. Over here I have plywood sorted by thicknesses. Here I have 3 mil. This is 16 mil for now. 9, 12, and there's 20 and 30. Here I also keep some smaller pieces. I know some people would burn them, but they come in sometimes pretty handy. So moving on, by the window I have my slow speed grinder with a polishing wheel on one side, and over here I have my high speed grinder with a wire brush on one side, and this is my low power grinder with some random ass polishing wheels on both sides. Here I parked my jointer. It has wheels on one side and I can roll it where I need to when I need to joint something. So this here is my lathe corner. This is where I keep my lathe and all the wood turning tools and attachments. And this is where I keep my big wooden feet. And this lathe is made by Holdstar, and it has a digital RPM shoulder and lever adjustable speed, so you don't have to mess around with any bolts. Alright, next to the lathe is where I keep my screws and nails and dowels and this category of fasteners, and also some hooks and stuff. No, anything that needs to be screwed or can screw. And up here I keep my wood finishes, some lacquers, stains and paints. And also here are some of my clamps. Now this here is my thickness planer. I got it a couple weeks ago, and it might just be one of my favorite machines in the shop. Made by IMG, also in Germany. And this lever up here controls the height. If this lever locks the cutter thingy in place so that it can't move. And over here there is a dial that controls the thickness so that you can come back to a certain thickness. One thing I don't know is why they chose these types of measurements, like 3.2 millimeters. Why didn't they just do 3 millimeters? And 19, why didn't they do 20? You know, I mean, maybe they're based on Imperial and something, but a very good machine. So up here I have a blast tape for the thickness planer and jointer. I have them set up so that when I need to join something I can take the thickness planer out of the way and just connect this tube. So over here is my kind of tool wall. And this is where I keep my clamps, F-clamps, spring clamps, some corner clamps, some specialty clamps. This is where I keep my rags. And over here are some wrenches for tools and screwdrivers. So this here is my new router table. I also got it a couple weeks ago, and it's also made by Polestar. And so far the router table is pretty good. I did replace the aluminum fence with this OSB fence because this was straight and the previous fence was something like adjustable, and I didn't really need that feature, and it wasn't worth having bad cuts. So these are the wrenches that came with the router table, and these are terrible. Well, this one didn't put me down, but this one was soft as butter. It's meant to go into the router table, and the little spindly thing it's supposed to grab, and it just kept it was too soft to do its job properly. So what I did was I dumped a regular wrench in this shape and ground it thinner, and this works much better than this piece of shit. So behind the router table is where I keep my router bits. I'm planning on making a cabinet for these, but maybe next week. So here I have the shitty router bits, and these are the good ones. At least good by my standards. Oh, here you can have a closer look at the tool wall. And this is a blast gate for the router table. And this blast gate is for my table saw, which I've had for many years. This what was it called? I don't remember, but this thing was plastic and it broke, so I made a wooden one, and it's a bit wobbly. I would like it to be firm, but no, it's a pretty cheap saw, so can't ask that much of it. Down here I keep some of my jigs and push sticks and my crosscut sled. So this here is my drill press. It's made by Bosch, but it's a green Bosch, so it's not very quality, but for what I needed to do, it's good enough. So it has a little bit of wobble, can't adjust the angle, but you know, it's good enough. Moving on, this is where I keep my drill bits and the screwdriver bits and battery chargers, and also my tape. And over here, right next to the drill press, I keep my drill and impact driver. Next to that, we have my small saw. It's made by Fermi. I don't know if you've heard of it, but you know, it's really good. plenty powerful, and it does what it needs to do very well. So over here, this is my sanding machine corner. I have my new Holdstar spindle sander and my not very new disc sander made by Bedra. This disc sander has a cast metal top, and pretty much everything is cast metal, and I have it set up on this extension cord with a switch that's connected to the vacuum, which is always on, so that when I press this button it turns on, and I can't turn any of the sanders on without dust collection, to avoid having dust everywhere in my shop. And this here is my handheld power tool cabinet. I also keep some compressor stuff and my handheld power tools. Over on this cabinet I have my papers and instructions. Over here I have some candles and little jars for woodworking projects. And then over here is my 2-bag dust collector, which is also new, made by Holdstar, and it's plenty powerful for the shop, and it goes over there too. I've already filled up these bags one time when I was making the bed, and I'm sure glad I got the 2-bag one, because it was more powerful, and you know, it has the 2 bags. I would have had to change the bags 2 times when making the bed, but this time I had to only change it 1 time. So that's pretty much it for my woodworking shop. I like it very much, except for the fact that it might be starting to get a little bit too small for me, and I would like some more tools in here. Well, maybe not in here, but in a bigger shop. You know, everybody could use an extra inch or a couple of meters. But yeah, anyway, thank you for watching this video. If you have any questions, be sure to let me know in the comments and I will answer them. I would actually love for you to do that. But anyway, see you on the next video. See you later, alligator. Bye bye, butterfly. This is me being a butterfly. Hadi beni